What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 4 different cryptocurrencies in this video today. It is the 19th of November, and we'll be talking about, in order of talking, ZORA, KTA, Cookie DAO, and TEL coin. We'll start off with ZORA, then KTA, then Cookie, then TEL coin. Okay, that's what it is. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. ZORA just continues to go lower than what my expectations were, and that's fine. We like cheap ZORA. That's good, because inevitably I do believe that ZORA is going to break out of this consolidation phase that you've been in since really July, and then you will likely see new all-time highs at a spectacular rate. I mean, if we saw a move that was similar to this magnitude, which I don't know if we do, maybe a move that's bigger overall, but it takes more time. I don't know. Our target destination might be $1. Cut it in half, maybe it's 50 cents. Either way, that's more than a 10x from here. Likely we see some incredible growth from here. I mean, from a high to a low, the expectation is that we will not stop at the 1272, 1618 area. Maybe like a momentary stop, but we will push on through to something around 46 cents to 80 cents, I would say. Maybe as high as $1.17, but I'm thinking more 80 to 46 cents, okay? That's ZORA. That's what I'm thinking. I think it'll bounce there. If we're looking at the short-term stuff, looking at the 4-hour time frame, I mean, in comparison to where it is now to how high it's going to go either by the end of the year or by the end of January, I think it is a good time to buy. But if we're looking at our 4-hour indicators, I might hold off on that, right? It's kind of suggestive that we actually have a little bit lower to go, and we can go lower. It's fine if we do. Right? This is definitely lower than I was expecting that it would go, but if we're looking at this from a high to a low, I mean, we could go all the way down to 4.5 cents. We could go back down to this low. It's possible that we see a slightly lower low, but I highly doubt that we see that. To be fair, though, you know, we were bullish here, and then we were bearish here right up until about this point here, and we've been bullish ever since, and we've just been wrong. So we got it right for a good little bit, but we've been wrong now really since the beginning of this month of November. Keep expecting a low, but Bitcoin keeps going lower. I blame Bitcoin. I think that's what it is. Soon enough, ZORA will bounce, but again, does it bounce from here? Is 4.7 cents the best time to buy? Maybe, but we might go lower. I would not be surprised at all if we went lower, because again, the 4-hour indicators here, they all look bad. The daily, and they're not showing bullish divergence or anything. The daily is showing bullish divergence, but we could of course come lower and further that divergence on the MACD. This is actually nice. This should allow us to see some growth here pretty damn soon, but just maybe not yet. What's great about this divergence is, I would say, even if ZORA makes if it turned around from here, we got above today's high, even if we saw an 11% pump, that's still a perfect area to buy. You could catch likely another 11% or 30%, somewhere in that range, likely something that would move to the top areas of this kind of little consolidation phase here, right? Even if we move up a little bit, even if I'm wrong and we don't go lower and we invalidate that and we move up 11%, you have some leeway to still catch a nice pop in the short term, let alone the long term, right? Again, as far as the long term goes, over the months, this is a perfect area to buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's ZORA. Let's talk about, what was the next one? KTA? KTA. We love KTA. It does not love us. It's not reciprocated love. It's a very one-way street with this thing. Reminds me of my high school relationships. If we're looking at this here, right now it does look like we're going to break down. We were looking for this double bottom, and to no avail, unfortunately, my friends. I did say back here that we needed to pick up the pace, that it can't be a weaker bounce, because if it is a weaker bounce, that leaves the door open to going lower. And at this point in time, what held support here, fantastic support. What held support here, pretty good support, has now turned into support that we're bearishly engulfing today. So lower we go. How much lower is the question? My most recent purchase of KTA was at 60 cents, guys. So trust me, I'm feeling the pain too, right? We did buy some KTA way back in the day at lower prices than this, but that's not the point, right? I have not sold KTA. I'm still holding. I plan on buying more, if anything, but I might wait until we're below these lows. And if we go lower, we take this low here from June of this month, June of this year, the 22nd of June, damn, low to high. The expectation here would be we're finding support at the 1272. The next level is the 1414, and the level after that is the golden ratio. So something between 22.5 to 17 cents is coming our way. And likely we go just below 22.5 cents. Likely we go just below there. If we find support there, great. If not, we're going to go all the way down. We're going to go all the way down to 17 cents. And that could happen. That could definitely happen. I wonder what lines up with this. This is a significant pivot here from a low to a high. Yeah, something either just below 22 cents or around 17 cents. That's where we're going. I like the 1272 there. That gives me a lot of optimism, especially because think about it like this, right? We just found support at the 1272, consistent support. So might we then, off of our most kind of relative pivot right here, find support at that 1272? And then again, that's the next fib level here at the 1414. It just makes a lot of sense. And again, I keep saying just below the 1414 because typically you don't find support right at it. Typically you find support just below it, and what's just below it, the 1272 here, an area that we are now finding support at here. I'm actually kind of curious. Let's just look at this on KTA real quick. Hold on. What about this low to high? Support at the 1414 and then lower inevitably. Oh, look at that. And the money zone's right down here. Oh, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. Yeah, I think you go 21 to 22 cents, man. But maybe you go a little bit lower. You never know. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, just bearish. It's just so bad. It's so bad. You got higher highs in the RSI, but lower highs in the price, hidden bearish divergence. You can't get above the 50 to save your life, and when you do, you don't get overbought. You have no problem being oversold. So bad. So bad, but I don't think we need to look at the short term. The daily says it all. We're going lower. We're going lower. And to make a play off of this, I would say, again, 21.6 cents to 17 cents, maybe even 16 cents is completely appropriate. How much of a drop from here would that be? It's another 20% to 40. That's crazy, man. I do not expect, understand, I just like ZORA, I don't expect that if we go lower that it'll be long-lived. I think it'll be a very short-lived, it'll probably be a very quick kind of moment if it happens, when it happens. KTA, I do very much expect that KTA goes up higher, okay? In time, KTA will recover, it will go higher, it will see new all-time highs. Assuming that we go lower than this low, if you look here, whenever I pull this, notice how this 1272 is at $2.83 right now. If I pull it lower, it only goes higher, right? If I move it up, that number comes down. So this isn't a good way to do TA. Don't do this, but we're monkey see, monkey don't do, I guess. We're going to measure from here, assuming that we go lower, which would imply then that these targets are conservative and likely we will actually see higher targets. It's kind of funny, right? It's like the lower you go, the higher you'll go inevitably. We'll see. But when we do move up, KTA, you're at about 27 cents now. Your minimum target is about a 10x from here. Your maximum target's almost like a 20x from here. So you've got a lot of potential, okay? A lot of potential. And of course you can go higher, and you will go higher as time goes on. I actually theorize that by the end of the cycle, KTA could see a $100 price. It's worth 27 cents now. $100 is like the maximum. It's a little bit over 100, I think, is the maximum, but we're really considering anything from, I think, 33 bucks. Let's say 20 bucks. We're really considering anything from about $20 to $100 by the end of the cycle, maybe even just over 100. Okay, but I'm most considering 33 to 81 personally, somewhere in there. Anyways, that's KTA. Cookie dough. That cookie dough. Cookie dough. Looking at cookie here, just keeps dropping, man. 5.27 cents. It's really sad to see because this is one of the coins that honestly I have some of the most conviction for, and it's really looking ugly here. We keep dropping and volume is not coming in to save the day at all. We do have this kind of parabolic structure to the downside, and typically when you get this parabolic structure, when it gives, it does give a V-shaped recovery. So I do think we'll get a sizable bounce, but how much lower do we go first, right? From a low to a high for a while here, we've been playing off the idea that the golden ratio would provide support, but we've broken through that recently. So now the next area, we're here at 5.2 cents, the next area to consider would really be 4.4 to 3 cents, somewhere in that zone. And from the current price, it's about a 16 to a 41% drop. Yep. I don't know if we go as low as 3 cents, but maybe in the event of a flash crash. I'm pretty confident that we do go to 4.4 cents from here. Pretty confident in that. And the weekly time frames allow for it. We didn't bounce off the zero. We're building bearish momentum here. We do have bullish divergence, which is nice. We do have bullish divergence on the stochastics. The RSI is almost at its oversold zone to bounce, but All these things say the same thing. We can go a little bit lower, and then the bullish implications come. And if we go a little bit lower, the idea there would be probably about 4.4 cents. So from the current price of 15.3 cents, 15% drop coming at you. That's my expectation. I want to look at the 4-hour time frame real quick. Just give it a little bit of a fair shake. Yeah, lower, man. You look bad. You look very bad. Lower. Yes. Okay, so that's Cookie Dow. Same thing though. I do expect Cookie Dow to see new all-time highs. I'm very confident that we will see new all-time highs. I believe that there are some token unlock events that happen in December, if I'm not mistaken. So that might be why we're selling off, perhaps. But I do expect that we will see new all-time highs, and from a high here to a low here, if we go lower, maybe we go down to like 4.4 cents. Let's just put it at like 4.8 cents. Again, if we go lower, these targets are higher. The new all-time high target should be somewhere around like $1.80 to $5. Okay, somewhere in this zone. That's what we're thinking. And for a long time, we considered that $20 to $40 would be our cycle ending target. At this point in time, it's hard to say. I do believe that we could see anything from 10. I mean, we could even see anything from $10 to $30 genuinely from this price, but it gets kind of crazy, right? It gets kind of crazy. The market cap valuation checks out. We could see those kind of market cap levels even with the dilution that's coming with the supply here soon enough. But I would think more likely we have something on the lines of, a $5 price to a $20 price at this point by the end of the cycle, which is rather unfortunate. But a $5 price from here is still a 100x. And of course, it's acceptable and possible that we stop at lower levels, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if and when Cookie Dow does see new all-time highs. And from the current price, that's about a 35x at a minimum. $1.82 would be the minimum expectation there. So Cookie Dow, very promising prospects, just disappointing right now, unfortunately. And I do think that we're going to see, whenever this thing moves, regardless of how high it goes by the end of the cycle, I think that when we see this thing move, it is going to snap back to 30 cents and beyond very fast. So this 6x move that's coming in to take us to 30 cents or a little bit above 30 cents, that's going to be very fast. It's going to be moving at a pace like this, like something we haven't seen since last year. But when it happens is the question. And I think it doesn't happen until we like to go to like 4.4 cents or lower. Cookie. Finishing up the video with TEL coin. TEL coin is the opposite of disappointing. It's actually showing some life. We love to see that. 90% weak last week. Let the record show that at every single step of the way, we've been bearish, right? Maybe not every step of the way here. We were bullish, but bearish here is what I mean. We've been bearish throughout this whole time. And when I say bearish, I'm not talking about like this. I'm talking about just not that we're going to blow up right now, that we probably do see a little bit of a pullback. My expectation is that we'll see something around $0.0467. Okay, $0.00467. We'll go somewhere around there. Yeah, the 382. Until then, I'm bearish. Until then, I don't think that we're moving higher. Prove me wrong. All it's going to take is getting above this high. Get above 0.075. I would rather buy here and higher than buy here with the potential drop coming, right? That kind of drop, if it happens, from the current price would be another 20% or more. I mean, the reality is we could drop all the way down to the golden ratio. You could see that and still be bullish and still come back. I mean, look at what ZORA did, right? You could definitely come all the way back down to these levels. Well, looking at you now, you look super bullish. You really do. 4-hour time frame, it makes sense that we'd go lower, right? Oh my goodness, though. You do have oh, it's pretty bullish. I like that look. You have a bit of a downtrend in your RSI. I would think that we do go lower based off of this. Stochastics would suggest that as well. The MACD allows for it. I mean, if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. If I'm wrong, maybe we go down to like 0.054 and we hold that as support. It's really odd not to hit your 382. It's even more odd to stop in between the 236 and the 382, but odd things happen sometimes. I think Telcoin, I think what this is that this after this point here, after the top here, after this move happened, I think this is all people buying who have hopes and dreams and aspirations that this is going to do what Dash and Zcash have done. And now we're starting to break that dream, and there's going to be panic and fear. And it's probably going to take us all the way down to 0.0467 or lower. That's the thought that I have. It does look like we're breaking structure a little bit here. And then again, of course, the RSI is bearish, the MACD, the stochastics are bearish. I mean, really, overall, they're all bullish, but they have bearish implications that aren't screaming drop and dump through the floor, but a little bit of a pullback. And a healthy pullback, at least from here, would be to 0.054, if not 0.0467. That's my thoughts. Okay. I don't have anything else I want to say. Oh yeah, I keep doing this every single time. I'm like, I'm going to move on, and then I forget that to talk about the upside, right? But here we are. I fully expect TEL coin by the end of this cycle. We talk about 100x's all the time on this channel. In fact, I feel like I only like to talk about coins that have 100x potential, but that doesn't mean that they're going to see 100x. I could talk about 100 coins that all have 100x potential. We'd be lucky if 5 of them, if 10 of them hit, right? Like a 10% win rate or less, we'd be lucky. But TEL coin, I really do believe has 100x. It's not that it has 100x potential. I have faith that it will see a 100x or more so than most of the projects that I talk about that have 100x potential. I have a lot of confidence in this coin. From the current price, I thoroughly believe we could reach $1 by the end of this cycle, which is about 151x from the current price. Okay. If not there, maybe we could reach for $3. Maybe. But that's a lot. $1 sounds right. Psychological resistance, it's the golden ratio. And if anything, if I'm wrong, then likely it would be to the downside. And it's somewhat common enough for cryptos to stop around their 1-for-1-4 cycle, from cycle high to cycle high. But even the minimum target is about a 35x from here, whereas the maximum expected target is about 151x. There's a lot of potential here, man. TEL coin is like it's like a blue chip, man. It really is. Even though it's a low market cap, even though it's got what, 200 million, 300 million, what is it? 500 million. Yeah, okay. 560. It's not like a low cap coin, but it really is like a blue chip coin. It's on the lower end in the top 100. I think there's a lot of potential with this one, man. TEL coin is a historical coin. Absolutely it is, with what they're doing with their fiat anchor. With their banking. Sorry, with their KTA's got the fiat anchor, the stablecoin anchor, but TEL coin's got their own bank. Similar things there. I expect big things to happen for TEL coin here, but I got nothing else for you guys. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care of yourselves. See you on the next one, okay? Bye-bye.